that we in Alberta have an absolutely extraordinary God-given opportunity to be amazing.
Enriching environment and a challenging environment. We don't want them.
Could do a better job of program and curriculum development, of developing evaluation standards and instruments.
What students need. We need to be asking them.
Go to the individual student, find their gifts, and let them blossom.
Everything we understand or have understood is turned completely on its head.
I'm here in Calgary at the World Skills Competition, a celebration of learning that moves beyond a narrow range of a few academic subjects. The 8,000 participants here are a powerful reminder that our future resides in supporting and promoting learning across a broad range of disciplines, skills, and knowledge areas. The current government's approach to student assessment and educational accountability was introduced over a decade ago during a time of restructuring, downsizing, and funding cutbacks, and has yet to be reviewed for its continuing effectiveness and future viability. For example, few Albertans know that the current annual school jurisdiction report cards introduced under the government's accountability pillar do not include teacher-determined marks in assessing student learning. These reports rely exclusively on the government's standardized tests. Alberta students deserve better. This video highlights the 3 key messages of Real Learning First and profiles some of the forward-thinking Albertans who share the profession's commitment to this initiative.
That as far as possible, people who are closest to the practice should be ones who make the greatest decisions about that practice, not people from great distances. And the job of government is to build the capacity for that to be done effectively over time. And professional communities of teachers meeting together, professional learning communities we call them, become not teachers merely talking rather than doing. We're teachers sitting over spreadsheets, looking at where the gaps are and where to make the interventions. But they also are about deep conversations and engagements about how to change teaching and learning in relation to the goals and the missions that inspire them and that matter.
I believe that at this time, school jurisdictions acting together could do a better job of program and curriculum development, of developing evaluation standards and instruments, and of distributing resources. And the reason that I say that is simply that it is within school jurisdictions that you retain the large staff pool, the human resources that understand what teachers are doing in the classroom and can share the responsibility of bringing that to life in terms of that curriculum, those evaluation procedures, whatever else.
Because when the purpose of assessment is to check how well the system's doing or how well most things are doing in the system, you do not need to use a census and to test everything. You only need to use a sample and test some things. It is prudent to test a sample. It is unprofitable and profligate to do a census of everything and everybody. The ways we've been doing things over the last 10 years are stuck. That in education, achievement scores are leveling off, no matter how hard we keep pushing at them. That dropout rates appear to be a high consequence of pushing up achievement rates, and Alberta knows that as much as anyone, and the answer isn't just to raise the school leaving rate because all we'll get is psychological dropout rate.
Real Learning First talks about the notion of what is it that really matters to our students, who are really the most important piece of what we do in education.
Are not about competitive measurable standards within a world-class system, but they are about an inspiring vision or dream. Remember last.
Without vision, education becomes mediocre.
We set targets together, and they are ambitious and they are challenging.
Some people go to a kind of comfort which is about numbers and statistics, and they start looking very, very short term.
What they are interested in, overwhelmingly in focus in education, is give me critical thinking, creative, adaptive students.
To understand that young people need the commitment of all those parties to have the opportunities to be the leaders that we truly need them to be.
It's an age when everything we understand or have understood is turned completely on its head.
It's time to move past a reliance on bureaucratic accountability to a new approach that supports and builds capacity for professional responsibility. Recent developments point to significant progress. For example, the government's willingness to pursue alternatives to its Grade 3 testing programs is a hopeful sign. Progress will not come without the continued efforts of teachers and all Albertans to continue the dialogue. For further information and ways you can become involved, check out reallearningfirst.ca. Thanks for watching. Together, let's put real learning first.